Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, 𝖢𝖥𝖣yi, Senior Market Analyst. In this video we're going to go through the week ahead, we're going to go through some of the news this week as well as some key charts to watch. Let's dive straight in because there is lots of data to discuss this week. You can see here I've had to kind of squeeze the news onto the presentation here because there's so much high impact data. Usually high impact data leads to a little bit more risk off in the markets, so there could be some potential for the US dollar to benefit from that. There could be some potential for the yen to benefit from that. Now obviously dollar yen is a really big talking point as well, which we'll come on to later in this video. We're also going to cover gold as well, which is going to be super important considering the data that's coming up this week. We've got manufacturing PMI data out of China. That's going to be very, very important, especially for the likes of the Australian dollar, which was having a little bit of a sort of comeback towards the end of this week. Positive data here could mean positive Oz for the early part of the week. That may change if we do see that risk off sentiment coming in. We then have the BOJ monetary policy statement forecast suggesting that we're going to remain at that sort of negative figure of minus 0.1%. Again, how does that impact the likes of the Japanese yen going into this week? BOJ not really looking to do any major changes, but the BOJ press conference I think is going to be watched very, very closely to see if there's any kind of changes or any kind of changes in their tone, whether they do become a little bit more hawkish due to sort of inflationary pressures. We have GDP data out of Canada that's expected to rise. CAD's been weakening quite a bit last week, so we're wondering if that can give Canada a little bit of a boost. We've also got US CB consumer confidence as well as a New Zealand dollar employment change. The big ones are really coming on Wednesday. We've got the Federal Reserve interest rate decision expected to leave rates unchanged at 5.5%. The statement is going to be something we really want to pay close attention to, as well as the FOMC press conference, due to the fact that we've had some really good data out of the US. Are they considering another move or not? That's going to be the talking point, I fear, for the US. We also have the BOE Bank of England official bank rate statement as well, with the Bank of England Governor Bailey speaking. Forecast suggesting that we're going to hold at 5.25%, a little bit of a change forecasted for the MPC official bank rate votes here. And then we end the week on the non-farm payroll data. Payrolls obviously last month coming in a little bit shocking, above that sort of 330k level. Expected to fall down to 182k, so expectations seeing that we're going to see a little bit downside. This was a shock number, so we'll see if there's any kind of revisions on this number or whether it will stay as high as 330k, but I'm expecting a lower number now due to obviously that being such a big number. And then we finish the week with the ISM services PMI data, an important piece of data that the Fed do use, expected to come down a little bit lower. Obviously, we talked about seasonals in the live stream. Dollar seasonally bullish right now, and it's showing. We can see on the strength meter here that we're now in the +5s. We're back in that reversal zone. We're kind of staying quite strong here for the US at the moment. You can see the red line is not really fell too much, and now we're back in that +5 area. So US dollar still very, very strong at this current moment in time. One of the weakening markets was CAD. We've also got New Zealand dollar weakening still. So Kiwi, US dollar, dollar CAD going to be definitely something to keep eyes on going into this week. Heading over to the US dollar index then, really important week last week. We were looking at this 105.50 handle. We were looking to see how price would react in and around that level, and we obviously found support. Price did break back to the upside, and we kind of closed at the previous week's opening price. So if that bullish momentum is going to remain here for the US dollar, then we could see the resistance of 108 being reached going in towards next week and the week after. We do usually have a seasonal bullish run for the US That typically ends towards mid to end November. So maybe if we pushed into the 108s, then we could start to see a little bit of profit taking from this large move that we've had. A breach of 108 would obviously mean dollar strength conditions could mean a move all the way back up to the 113.26s. So 108 is a very, very important level here for the US dollar index. Moving on to dollar yen then. So dollar yen, really interesting market at the moment. Obviously, we've retested that 150. We didn't really see intervention coming in at 150, but we have closed back below. Does that mean that buyers are running out of steam here and that we're going to see some selling pressures, which could mean price trades back lower? We have this trend line support running through here, which kind of intersects around about 147.50, or below that we have the key support level of 145. So it'd be very interesting market to watch this week, especially if we get that risk off dynamic. Yen performs very well in risk off scenarios. What if we get a little bit hawkish tone out of the BOJ? Could the yen come back and fight a little bit here and push prices lower? Dollar CAD, an interesting market. We breached 137.50 on the daily time frame last week. We've breached a key trend line resistance. We've now also broken above the March 2023 highs of 1.3850, and now we're in the zone here of the October 2022 highs, where we saw quite a significant move to the downside. So if that CAD weakness does remain, dollar CAD could flirt with the 1.39, 1.4 handle. If we reject it and around here, it could mean we pull back towards that support of 1.3750. Finally then, I think gold's going to play a big part in this week. We've obviously been very bullish down from that 18.15 handle. We've breached 19.48.50, and we've also breached 19.79.50 highs, and now we're in this sort of zone where price could head towards key structure highs around about that $2,050 level. So we're rapidly moving higher here on gold. I think any pullbacks might be met with some buyers due to the fact of the sort of high impact data we've got coming out this week. We've also obviously seen a little bit of a hedge going on here. Although the dollar is remaining slightly strong, gold is being bought up as well. So if any sign of dollar weakness, it could really impact gold prices, and gold could just fly higher. I think these highs here are definitely ones to watch going forward. So that's what I've got for you this week. Thanks for watching this video update. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and join me for the live streams this week on Tuesday and Thursday. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.